Keith will talk about the specifics of the path, but just important to highlight that we don't see this coming to the East Coast.
Oh, no. Yeah, for the continental United States, it's not an issue. Right. Unfortunately, it's going right through Jamaica, which we will talk about. Our weather's quiet. We're going to start to get into some more sun, which is nice because this is
dreary.
This is like kind of it's just like the November weather that I have a problem with. Is days
this
like
feels very November.
Yeah, I agree. For November.
I've got a problem. I got some notes. We've got some showers out there right now. Nothing all that heavy, but just in and out of a few showers that are drifting down from northeast to southwest. And then we've got more consistent period of light rain over parts of down east Maine. That's where we've seen more rain today. That's because that low is off to the north and east. That's where they're closer to that area of precipitation. So that will continue over the next few hours. The showers will tend to dwindle after sunset and temperatures drop down to about 40 along the coastline, mid to upper 30s inland, and then right around freezing into the mountains by early tomorrow morning. Tomorrow's a brighter day when compared with today, so it'll feel a lot nicer. Even though temperatures won't be much warmer, we'll be about 50 to 55, but the sun does help, obviously. The mountains will stay likely in the 40s pretty easily through the day. And then we do it again on Wednesday. We'll call it a mixture of sun and clouds, once again about 50 to 55, but we stay dry through the middle of the week. And it's not until Thursday afternoon that our next chance of rain starts to move in. The models had really struggled with this last week. Luckily, they've come into more agreement as to what we're looking at here, which is showers starting Thursday afternoon over southern Maine and the coastline, but the more consistent rain coming in on Thursday night into Friday, a period of heavy downpours and some gusty winds through Friday morning through about the middle of the day. And if the timing here holds, we may actually end up with some nice clearing over southern and western Maine for the afternoon. So around trick-or-treating and into the evening, we might be able to pop to about 60 degrees or so behind that rain. The rain looks like it's about 1 inch. We'll see where that lands, but that's the general consensus by the model. So it does get a little bit breezy overnight Thursday into Friday. It doesn't look like enough to cause any real issues. We'll say gusts of 35 to maybe 40 miles an hour. If anything, it's actually windier on the backside on Saturday. So Saturday due west, 35, 40 miles an hour. So that will be a windy couple of days, Thursday night, Friday, and into Saturday. All right, let's take a look at Melissa. It is a Category 5 system, and it has looked really, really symmetrical, really good presentation in this, unfortunately. And normally in this position, you would think Jamaica would be in a good position to have this sail to the south. However, in this case, the track is actually going to take it up and back through Jamaica tomorrow morning. And so we've got the combination of that flooding rain that we talked about and winds of 175 miles an hour. By the way, that puts wind gusts at 200 miles an hour. So a catastrophic storm, unfortunately, incoming to Jamaica, and then it goes out to sea. By the way, some of that moisture does find its way into our rain on Thursday night, Friday, which is why the models were having such a hard time resolving that last week, because they didn't know what was going to happen in the tropics. So that all kind of plays together. For us, it's that period of rain, again, maybe an inch. I think trick-or-treaters are going to be okay based on what I'm looking at here, and then we're in good shape but cool for the weekend. I told Brian at noon that my son was asking what happens if it rains on Halloween. I said, you get a jacket on and you still get candy. Mm-hmm. That's kind of how it works.
Right.
You know, it's nicer for the parents and everyone else if that's not how it goes down.
But we don't cancel it.
But also,
no,
yeah,
no.
Like, that's what he was looking for, another day. And I was like, no.
No, that's the
traumatizing.
one. Right? It'd be tragic. All right, Keith, thank you.